Blackjack is a card game based on luck, skill, and money. The goal of the game is to get a set of cards as close to or equal to 21. The game starts by the player bidding an amount of money. If the player loses, they'll lose all their money. If they win, they'll win their money back as well as more money. The game starts with the players being dealt 2 cards. When it's their turn, the player decides if they want to hit or stand. If the player decides to hit, they'll receive more cards to potentially get closer to 21 or above 21. If they decide to stand, they won't receive any more cards. If the player exceeds the 21 point limit, then they'll bust and they'll lose. If the player gets a point value equal to 21, they'll have blackjack and they'll automatically win. There's also a dealer part of the game who receives a set of cards and has to decide whether to hit or stand, and who can also bust or win blackjack. The cards used in blackjack have numbers 2 through 10 and are worth their face value. A card with the number 2 is worth 2 points. A card with the number 9 is worth 9 points. Face cards such as kings, queens, and jacks are worth 10 points. An ace is worth 1 or 11 points depending on what the player chooses. If the player wants a higher set of points, they'll choose an 11. If they want a lower set of points, they'll choose a 1. Hey Connor, what are you up to?
Well, I'm just doing homework right now. I've been super stressed lately, and we have exams coming up that I'm trying to study for.
You should take a study break and play this cool new game called Blackjack.
Well, I've never played that before. What's it like?
Blackjack is a betting game, and you can place bets against a dealer from $200 to $500. It's super fun.
It sounds pretty fun, but I like a game that's pretty competitive.
It can be as competitive as you make it, depending on how much you bet against the dealer, how many rounds you play. It's super fun. You should try it out.
That sounds pretty fun. Do you know where I can buy it at?
It's 99 cents for download for a Mac or PC.
Before I buy it, do you know if there's any way that I can see how it works?
Yeah, I have it here. Let me show you a tutorial.
Hi guys, so I'm going to be showing you our game. It's Blackjack. And so when you boot up the game, it says our title of the game, Blackjack, and it gives you a list of the rules for anyone who's maybe not acquainted with the directions for playing Blackjack. So, like say you're a new player, you never played Blackjack before, it's really easy to pick up and start because all the rules are laid out for you right from the start. So when we feel comfortable with the rules, we can just press any key to start playing, and then we'll be asked to place a bet between $200 and $500. So I'm going to show you how this works. So if we place a bet, not within the bounds of $200 and $500, say we go low, we place a bet of 1. It will tell us our bet's too low. We'll have to place another bet. So let's say we go too high, 600. It's going to say it exceeds the amount of money we have because we always start with $500. So we'll be asked to place another bet. So this time we're going to place a bet of $300 in the parameters. So it will randomly generate player cards for us and dealer cards. So we're dealt 2 cards face up, and the dealer's dealt a card face up and a card face down. Now, every time you play, it's going to randomly generate new cards. I think that's a really cool feature of our game. So we're going to be asked to press 1 to hit, which means to be dealt another card, or press 0 to stand, so we don't get dealt any more cards. And so we want to get to as close to 21 as possible without going over. So right now we have a 7 and then an ace, which at this current point is an 11. So that would put us at 18. But we can still hit because the ace can also become a 1. So I think we're going to hit. All right, so we got a king. So that puts us also at 18 again because the ace takes the role of a 1. So this time I think it would be safe to stand. It tells us the value of our cards, and it's 18. So the dealer will start hitting. 13. And it looks like they just broke. They got a value of 23, which is above 21. So we just won our bet back plus $300 on top of that, which was the amount of our bet. So our new total is $800. So we're asked to play another round, press 1, or we can press 0 and just quit out right now.
I'm Connor Williams. I'm the editor and co-programmer for Blackjack.
I'm Gavin McCracken. I'm the chief programmer for Blackjack. I wrote the instructions and the code for the game. I tested it multiple times, and I think it's a really fun time, and I'm really excited to finally release it to the public.
I'm Mariah Barboza. And I'm Alexis Hanchi, and Mariah and I were in charge of doing the notebook recordings and marketing. We equally split the work 50-50.
We were also in charge of the project schedule and providing updates to the public on the game's process.